So, hello everyone. I'm hoping you guys are doing great as always. And from this session, we are going to discuss about a lot of things on school management project. You might think that we have a lot of lectures on school management thing because that is a very complex topic on its own, because a lot of things can happen in this thing. Okay, like let's summarize whatever we have done yesterday first, and after that we'll dig deeper into what can be done after that as well. Okay, so what we have done yesterday, so this is the code that we were having, and in this particular code you can see we are having we have defined the roll numbers and the name associated to the roll number. Okay, once that is done, we are having roll number 2 is Manish, 3 is Manoj, 4 is Sandeep, 5 is Amit, and 6 is Vishal. Okay, why we are using dictionary? Because dictionaries are having a special property that we can fetch the values based on the key, not the index. In list, we need to go for each and every index and we need to find, right? But as far as the dictionaries are concerned, we do not need to go for finding the value in all the keys. We'll just give them the keys and we will get the values at the end. That's how easy it is to working on dictionaries. Okay, and because of that only we have used a dictionary, and after using a dictionary we are defining the value of the dictionary, like finding the type of DCT. Type of DCT will give you the dictionary, exact dictionary that we are having. Okay, so let's execute both of the things. So it is allocating you the resources because it's the last code that we have done, and we are going to add more things into it as well. Okay, so once that is done, so it is initializing, and after initializing we are having it. Okay, so once that is done, I'm executing the type of it. Type of it is dictionary. Okay, and if I'm printing my dictionary, this is something that I'm getting. And what is this? This is exactly the dictionary that I'm having. 1 is the key and the value is Ashish. Second, 2 is the key, value is Manish. 3 is the key, value is Manoj. 4 is the key, value is Sandeep. 5 is the key, value is Amit, and 6 is the key, value is Vishal. What is the key here? Key is a unique entity. Okay, we are only going to take the unique entity which is unique for each and every data that we are having. Like if I am taking key as name, or Ashish, Manish, Manoj, so what might happen in a class? We might have more than one student with the same name. So what I need to do in that case, I need to use different kind of keys. So what I'll do, rather than doing that, I will take roll number as the key. What roll number will do, roll number will help us to do the things in a very simple manner, because roll number is unique for each and every student. Once that part is done, we are going for dct.keys, and we will get all the keys in a particular dictionary. Okay, and this particular case, the dictionary keys are from 1 to 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6 are all the keys we are having. Similarly, this is the of object dict keys. We can convert it into a list as well, and after that what we can do, we can go through each and every key and we will print the values. Similarly, you can find all the values as well by writing dct.values. It will print you all the values: Ashish, Manish, Manoj, Sandeep, Amit, and Vishal. Okay, so what you can do, you can directly go for a key as well. For I in dct of keys, what it will do, it will take the first key 1, then it will take 2, then it will take 3 4 5 6. Then we are passing the same thing in the same dictionary, dct of I. In the I am passing each and every key, and this is the output that I am getting. Simple. And after that I am printing it. And how we can delete a particular column or delete a particular key value pair? We can delete a particular key value pair by taking the key into consideration, and key in this particular case is, I can write del delete dct of 6, means that particular key of 6. I want to delete all the values associated to the key 6, so it will delete the 6 key, and automatically the value associated to key 6 is also going to be deleted. Okay, once that is done, we are having the dictionary where the values are deleted, and this is where the main thing comes. Here I am feeding all the values of each and every student with respect to their marks in each and every subject as well. So here the key is the same, roll number. Instead of writing a value here, I'm again writing the whole dictionary here. And from dictionary I mean to say I am passing all the key value pairs here. The name is the key, Ashish is the value. English is the key, 78 is the value. Hindi is the key, 89 is the value. Punjabi is the key, 86 is the value. I am feeding all the values here as well. Okay, and here I am taking the input from the user that enter the roll number. Once that is entered, I am printing all the details about that particular student. Okay, once that is done, what should be the next step? The next step we are going to do today is on how we can call each and every student with their name as well. Okay, so how we can call it with their name. So the basic approach that we can follow is okay, data is not defined. Okay, I need to execute these things as well. So if I'm printing, let's suppose 2, so these are the detail of rule number 2 is Manish. So if I'm printing my data, so this is the whole data about roll number of all the roll numbers. So what I want to pass a name, and based on the name I want all the details about a particular student. And because I cannot pass the name directly, like if I'm passing name directly, what will happen? It will throw you an error that there is no key named as Ashish. That is why we are getting a key error, because keys are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What I need to do then, I will go for each and every key, each and every roll number, and I will check the name of that person. Okay, after that, if the name is Ashish or any person that we want, then I will display the whole details about it. How I can do it? The approach is same as we are going in list, but we need to manipulate some of the things. Like what I am going to do for I in data dot keys. Once that is done, I am going to print I. But it will give you all the keys. So if I am passing the same key inside my data, what I will get each and every aspect of data. Like this is roll number 1. So roll number 1 is having this particular detail. Roll number 2 is having this particular detail. 3 is this, 4 is this. What I want to compare with respect to the name. So what I will take, I will go for each and every name this time. So this will display you all the names. So what I want to compare each and every name as well. So what I'll do, I will compare if the name that user has entered equals to the name that we are having in the database or not. If we are having it, we are going to print data of I, the whole data of the person. Okay, but for that purpose, I also need to know one thing, and that is I need to take the input from the user for the name. Name is equals to, the name should be string only, and I'm going to take the input from the user that enter the name of student. Once that part is done, if I am executing it, so you can see I am passing the name Ashish. So I am getting all the details about Ashish. That's nice. So if I'm executing it again, enter the name, let's suppose Sandeep. We are getting all the details about Sandeep. Even better. But what if I am using SANDEEP with a small s? In that case, what will happen? We are having nothing, because this will only print you the details when we are having exact name as Sandeep, right? If I'm writing Sandeep as capital S, then I'm getting the detail. If I'm using small s, then we are not getting it. So it is same like if I'm writing SANDEEP, I'll still not get it. And the solution is also something we have discussed earlier, that we are going to lowercase both of the things that we are having here, right? We have discussed the solution earlier. So if I am writing Ashish, I am getting this solution. If I am writing ASHISH, I am getting the solution. Even if I am writing ASHISH, I am still getting the solution. Same goes for each and every person. Okay, so we are getting the same details here as well. Okay, this is how we find the solution of each and every student, or the details of each and every student based on the name. Now what I want, let's suppose I want to display all the details here as well. So what I can do, I can go for the same approach here as well. Like we are taking the input from the user, just copying this whole data and print it here, because I want to at the end print the data as well. Okay, so here instead of roll number I am calling with the name, right? So what I need to pass here, I need to pass each and everything. Like instead of roll number I need to pass I, which is the exact key that we were having there, because it is going to change each and every time. Okay, so if I'm going for this, this is something that I'm having, that's the name. And because we don't know the roll number of the person as well, so we can add roll number as well, because we are calling based on the name. So I'm writing roll number of the student is I, because I is the key that we are having. So if I'm executing this and I'm going for, let's suppose the person Manoj, and execute it. So roll number 3 is Manoj. His marks in English, Hindi, Math, Science, Punjabi are this much, right? And similarly, if I want to add something like their total marks and average marks and all the things, you can go for that as well. That is also really easy. Okay, similarly, what we can do, like the thing that we have done earlier, which is really easy here as well, that if I want to know how, means what is the average marks of English, average marks of Hindi, Punjabi, Math, Science, how I can do it, that is really easy here. Okay, so all we need to do is, like I am going to use the same kind of approach here as well. So I am having the data, not data, I am having data. Okay, so in the data, let's suppose if I want to know what is the average mark score in English, but for that purpose all the students are having same marks. So let me go to the database and let me copy the whole data, paste it here, and let's change some of the things, otherwise it will give the same result for each and every use case. So let's suppose these are the marks of a particular student in English, and I want to go for, let's suppose, English this particular time, and rest of the things I am expecting are going to be same only, because the average will be changed in each and every scenario. Okay, so what I want, if I am executing this and printing my data, so these are the whole data that I'm having. If I want to know all the marks of a particular student in English, right, or means all the students marks in English or average marks in English that students has scored, I'll go for the same. For I in data dot keys, means I will go for each and every student's detail. I will check that how much particular student has scored in English. So I am going for ENG is equals to 0, ENG plus is equals to the marks of that particular student in English, execute it, and after that just print ENG. Now this will tell you total of marks in English is 367. Okay, you can even count them, it would be 367 only. Okay, so what we can do in that particular case, so total marks a particular student has scored in English is ENG. So these are the total marks a particular student has scored in English, right? Really simple. And what else we can do? We can also go for something like how we can automate this process as well. Means rather than taking English and Hindi and Math and Science, like if I'm talking about, I'm taking SM here as well, sorry, and here I am also taking SM. Okay, so these are the sum of all the marks a particular student has scored in English. Okay, how I can find the same for Hindi? All I need to pass is HIN. How I can do the same for Math? I'm just telling you how to automate the process. Okay, so this is how I found the marks in Maths. Okay, and how I can do it with the Science as well. To do it using Science, all we need to do is just change the Science. just write instead of math, just write SCI, and the things are going to be the same. Okay, how I can automate this process? To automate this process, we can use something called a list. In that particular list, I'll pass each and every row and it will print me the value. So let's discuss what I want to say. Means, first of all, I cannot take all the keys because we are also having the keys names as name. I cannot add all the names. I am only concerned about English, Hindi, Math, Science and Punjabi, these many rows. So what I will do, I can go for something like, I'll create a list. lst is equals to, here I will define all the keys, like ENG is one key, HI is another key, PUN is another key, SCI is another key, and the last key we are having is math. 5 keys are there. What I will do, I'll find the sum, and at the same time, instead of changing the HIN, what I'll go for each and every row. Okay, so I'll do something like this. Okay, I'm taking this and passing it to another function for subject in LST, and here I'm passing my subject. So what will happen in this particular case, let me tell you now. If I'm going for like the same thing, like for subject in LST, and after that if I'm printing my subject, what will happen? It will print each and every subject one by one, but for that purpose I need to execute it first. Okay, so now if I'm executing it, this will tell you all the subjects. What I want to do, I want to automate this process as well. So what I will do, I'll take each and every subject one by one, and here I'll check how many marks a particular all the student has scored for the subject of this particular time. Means, first of all, I'll calculate for English, then Hindi, then Math, Science and Punjabi. So what I am doing, I am writing subject and sum. English total marks are 367, Hindi 494, 864 for Punjabi, Maths and Science. These are all the marks that student has scored in a particular subject. This is how easy it is to automate the process in using dictionary, because if we are talking about list, we need to remember each and every aspects of list, but this is not something that we want, right? So we are going to automate this process in this particular way. How we can add more functionalities into it? To add more functionalities into it, we are going to divide, like, okay, this is the total sum we are having. We are also going to print, let's suppose that along with the sum, I also want to print SM divide by, means total sum of the marks divided by the total number of exams. Total number of exams, how many exams should be there? That is going to be the length of keys, means how many students are there. dct.keys will give me all the roll numbers. I am checking the length of it, that how many roll numbers are there, and after that if I'm dividing them by it, so what I will get? I will get this total 61% marks. So here I will write the average, right? Average marks in, and here I am writing in this particular subject is, so this is the basic process that I am following. Okay, so if I'm going for this, like English 367, average marks in English is 61. Okay, average marks in Hindi is 82, 81 is here, 78 is in this, and 71 in this. So this is an overall automation that we have done, and what is done in the overall automation, we have automated the process that will tell you the marks of each and every student in a particular exam, right? Similarly, you can pass on the grades as well, and grading system is also very easy here. Okay, how it is really easy, like we can go for a dictionary. In that dictionary we can define some of the values, right? We can define some of the values, like if we are having value in that particular range, I'll give them in this particular grade, right? So here I can add the same thing into this dictionary as well. We'll discuss how to add these items that we have found, right? Earlier we have discussed how to append these items into a list, but tomorrow we are going to discuss about these are the items that we are having. how we can add these same items on my original data set as well with a new column like average marks, a top average score, right? Out of, we can add phone number, we can also add grades, how much grades he has scored. All those things we are going to discuss tomorrow. So let's summarize whatever we have done so far. Okay, so what we have done, we are having the dictionary. Okay, and after that we have used this particular dictionary to save our data. Rather than using the list, we are using dictionary. Okay, and because we are using dictionary this particular time, so we need to know how to add elements into a dictionary, how to delete elements into from a dictionary, and all these things. So we are doing that. We'll discuss how to add element into a dictionary, how the elements are stored in a dictionary, what is a key, what is a value, how to go for it, and we also discuss what are the key value pairs. dct.keys will give you all the keys, dct of values will give you all the values. For I in dct.keys, print I colon dct of I. So this will give you all the key value pairs that we are having here. Okay, this is the key, this is the value associated to it. After that we have discussed how we can delete anything from a particular dictionary, and after that we have created some of the things here like yes, this is the data that we are having. One is the key, this whole dictionary is the value, the whole data about that particular student. Same thing I'm repeating for 6 students. If you are having more than 6 students, just write a comma and just keep on writing the detail of students. In the upcoming lecture, we also discuss that rather than changing the code, how we can automate the process using files as well. Okay, we can use test file, we can use CSV files. We are having a lot of options for that. After that, we are taking the input from the user as a roll number and printing the whole data based on the roll number. Same thing I am doing here based on the name as well, because name was not the key, so I need to go for each and every roll number, find the name of that person, after that printing the detail about the person. After that, the last thing we have done is how we can find the marks of each and every average marks a particular student, all the student has scored in a particular subject, right? For that purpose, we have used first of all the very basic approach, just select a particular key and finding the values associated to it, and after that we have used another approach to automate the whole process and just finding filling all the keys in a particular value in a particular list, and after that automating the process. Okay, so that's pretty much it for this particular lecture, and tomorrow's lecture, as I've told you, we will discuss about how we can add the new things that I have derived from the data. Also, I can also feed the same into my original data frame that we are having. Okay, so that's pretty much it from my side. If you're having any question, any doubt related to this, so feel free to ask in the comment section, and otherwise I'll see you tomorrow with the same time, same session, and we are going to discuss about more things, more functionalities that we can add here. Take care then, goodbye, and I'll see you tomorrow.